around if you like a lot of sponsors for two reasons. One is I'm very controversial, and the other is that I don't think it's rubbish. This around if you like a lot of sponsors for two reasons. One is I'm very controversial, and the other is that I don't think it's rubbish. This around if you like a lot of sponsors for two reasons. One is I'm very controversial, and the other is that I don't think it's rubbish. This around if you like a lot of sponsors for two reasons. One is I'm very controversial, and the other
I got a pocket full of quarters and I'm headed to the arcade. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm bringing everything I made. I got a callus on my finger and my shoulder's hurting too. I'm gonna eat 'em all up
If you're a fan of retro video games, we're glad you found us here at Retro Game Treasure. Founded in 2015, Retro Game Treasure is a monthly subscription service where you get real video games delivered right to your door. Inside our treasure chests, you'll get 3 to 5 retro video games every month. Every box is based around you and customized to your choices. Best of all, it is not a rental service. You get to keep all the games that we send you. Let's dive in and help explain how it works. Step 1. Select your plan and create your account. Step 2. Go to your game's preferences section of your account to get started. Step 3. Add your inventory. Here you can add all the games you already own. This way we can avoid duplicates and won't send you games you already have. Step 4. Managing your preferences. Here's where it gets fun. Click on Manage Preferences to access your game preference survey. Here you can tell us what level of collector you are, what genres and categories of games you like action, fighting games, racing, and more, your favorite types of themes like anime, fantasy, sci-fi, Pokemon, which consoles you want to receive games for, such as the NES, Game Boy Advance, Sega Genesis, and PlayStation. We carry games for over 20 different consoles, from the Atari all the way up to more modern ones. And in the bonus round, you can choose even more features like imports, mature games, light gun games, and more. You can even change all these settings from month to month to fine-tune your boxes or to just change it up. Whether you're starting or building your collection, Retro Game Treasure is a great way to expand your collection every month. Sign up and get started today at RetroGameTreasure.com.
Well, there we go, fellas. I apologize. I missed my the intro. It doesn't matter. Welcome to the show. It's good to see you. I appreciate you being there, everybody. Welcome Anna G, our delightful mod, to the show. She's helping keeping things on the straight and narrow. That was obviously not just an ad for our big sponsor, Retro Game Treasure, but a reminder that later in the show today, we will be opening up box number 2. And box number 2, unlike box number 1, there is no theme. Box number 1 was all about games that inspired God of War 1's design. And you can find that whole edited video that just went up on this very channel. Box number 2 is literally using the algorithm they have and their own brain pans to figure out, are they going to make me happy? So we'll be opening this today on the stream. We'll be playing the games next week on the stream. Also, next week, we'll be giving away a $25 gift card on behalf of Retro Game Treasure to any game service you want, PlayStation, PSN Store, whatever. But I'll explain how that works next week. But for today, we'll be opening this in just a little bit. Yeah, box number 2 could indeed have blinks, but they never put it out for... they never made that, understandably, because it was rubbish. For PS1 and 2, which is what we're playing right now. So that's coming up. Stay tuned for that. That should be fun. I wanted to show you briefly, though. I opened the show with Pac-Man Fever by, what are they called? Bunker and Garcia. I don't fucking know. I was a kid, or I was like 10 when this came out. That's not the right screen. Hang on. Sec. There you go. It reminded me of this because today Fender announced a $1,100 guitar Telecaster that's all Pac-Man'd out. So it got me thinking about Pac-Man Fever. Pac-Man Fever, though, was like a top 10 song in the 80s. Pac-Man was a huge fucking deal. And they released an entire album. And the album, I think, was called Pac-Man Fever, but I'll just give you a little bit of... my neighbor, Michael, had it, and he got it, I think, for his birthday. He got a Walkman, one of the first generation Walkman, and he got a cassette of Pac-Man Fever, the album. So we would listen to it all the time. It had Pac-Man Fever from Pac-Man. It had a song called Froggy's Lament from Frogger. Ode to a Centipede from Centipede. Do the Donkey Kong, obviously, from Miss Pac-Man. Hyperspace from Asteroids, The Defender from Defender, Mousetrap from Mousetrap, and finally Going Berserk. Going Berserk was the other, and they were all terrible. It was a novelty band. I was young. I got confused. I always thought that but for the longest time, I thought that Garcia was the guy who was like Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead. And I was like, oh, wow, that's kind of cool. He's writing video game shit. It's like, shut up, Jaffe, you moron. That's not what was going on. Hey, Big Mistake. Thank you so much, buddy, for sending a big shot. Gift membership goes to Abdominator for Miss Big Mistake. Thank you, buddy, for that. Very generous, very kind, very courteous. Thank you, bud. Now, is that right? Yeah. Anthony used that guitar while playing with Prince. You're goddamn right. Okay. Let's get into some news. We got a very big show today. Lots and lots of stuff going on in the game world. Lots of great stuff to play. So let's just get into it. $1,100 says Rathizzle seems a bit high for a Telecaster, but I suppose. Well, I know nothing about the cost of guitars. I bought my son an acoustic guitar a while ago, and then I think we bought him an electric guitar, but it was more like $500. So, because he was just learning. All right, here we go. The big news today, obviously, Grand Theft Auto. I got this figured out. There's a video on this channel from over a year ago, and this was obvious where they were going. I know this, of course, because I bought Lego 2K, whatever it was called, for $120 early access, and I bought WWE. WWE had a $150 version. This was from the same publisher, 2K, that came out recently. And then you got 3-day early access, and then they had a $129 version, I think, that also came as with early access. So I've always assumed that's what we're looking at here. There was a price leak today, but there's a lot going on. And this time next week, we should have a new trailer, and we should have the pre-orders should be live. Best Buy, basically, people who are on the Best Buy affiliate program, like streamers, have been getting emails and little pings to their phones saying, hey, start pushing the pre-orders. For every copy sold, you guys get $5. Get in there. And somebody leaked that. And so it seems like next week is going to be a pretty big week for Grand Theft Auto 6 news. But there was where did it go? There's also a trailer on May 18th is the speculation. But this guy, I'll get to the leak in a second, but the specifics of the pre-orders, they're saying there's going to be 6 types of pre-orders, early access special versions. That's what this guy knows, or he was leaked. It was Detective Seeds. He was given the pricing bundles and various structures. And he says he was told not to put, or he says he's choosing not to put the pricing info out. As I was advised, this is his words, this could have market impacts by me doing so. There will be 6 ways of purchasing GTA at pre-order, 3 digital, 3 physical, and then 1 that is more rare with some stuff, and then 2 tiered with tied with console, blah, blah, blah. So the main thing, though, is it's obvious now, although it should have been obvious before, that yes, you are going to be able to purchase this game probably for $80. The base version of the game, you get it when it comes out, no early access. But if you want to play it early, I don't know if you have to pre-order, but you have to buy one of the more expensive editions is what it's looking like. The real question now is how much more. It's a really interesting little balance there, right? Because you could say, because there are a lot of people that would buy this game for $250 if you said you get a week early access, and then $150 if you got 3 days early access, right? I don't know if they're going to have tiered early access, but if any game could do it, these guys could fucking do it. The other thing we don't know is how soon after, if not day one, the online, I don't think it's going to be day one, the online portion is going to be launching. If your early access is going to come with like the virtual bucks and stuff that you spend in GTA. But I'm excited regardless. The real question is, fuck you, Sony. I'll probably have to break down and get myself a Pro because I want to play Wolverine and I won't be able to play that anywhere else. I want to play, we'll talk a little bit about the Marvel fighting game coming. And now with GTA, there actually looks like there's a reason to pick up a Pro. So I'll probably be getting that sooner than later. But yeah, pre-orders are the streamer tax. Right. I mean, I don't know if I will buy it day one, only because everybody and their mother's going to be streaming this game. I probably will, though. I probably will get it day one. I'll pay as much as it costs to get it, and I'll stream it. So, you know, I'm excited for it. I'm not a huge GTA guy because I've always felt that it has this reputation for being really smart satire, and I've always thought the GTA games are pretty on the nose and pretty, you know, it's like it's as satirical as, like, you know, a freshman in high school learning, you know, about how both political parties are basically the same. It's like there's nothing really all that wise about the satire, but it is still, I am very interested in the tech. I'm interested in the immersive world. I have gotten, and you know, I hope it's going to be great. You know, I hope it's going to be amazing because I've gotten more into open world games recently. And so, like, the last couple years, so I'm quite excited for it, but I'm not like a big, you know, I'm actually, you know, when I think about it, you guys, I'm very fascinated by this because I was seeing somebody on the internet who deals with students was saying there's a lot of younger generation people that look at GTA like, I think the quote was like millennial slop. Like a lot of, you know, 10, 11, 12. It used to be when a GTA game would come out, you had a bunch of middle school and even grammar school kids talking about it, right? They don't seem to be caring about it all that much. And so is it going to be great? I hope so, but I don't know. Is it going to be as successful as a cultural touchstone? I don't know. Matt Madero says, I just want to see what a $2 billion game is like. Right. I think that's the really interesting thing is that if they're going to spend that much money, we need to see, you know, I want to see the actual crowds. Like one of the leaked trailers that had the crowds, and I was like, I've never seen NPC crowd behavior like that. And it looks like real life, not just people milling about repeating animations. If that's actually happening in the game, I think that would be really fucking cool. So, you know, it's very much on my focus for sure. Submachine Official, thank you for the big super chat. We appreciate it. Jaffe's justification is exactly why Sony picked now to raise the price. It was smart. Well, I don't think that's why they chose to raise the price, but I do think that the timing, because they are in deep with Sony marketing this thing, that's not a bad point. Because has the price gone up recently, or has it gone up? It was a couple of months ago, or is it like, no, it's going to go up Tuesday and this is going to get announced Wednesday or something? That would be really slimy and sneaky, but not bad business for sure. Farnsworth says if there was a legit quadruple game, it would be a GTA game. Come on now. Yeah, I agree. I think the reason I'm a little suspect on this game right now is some of the key creatives that really made Rockstar's reputation for just being, you know, whether you want to call it satirical, subversive, special, making a big cultural impact. Some of those key guys are gone. And there are still a few that are there, but you know, it's this is really the first big release from them where we don't have one of the Hauser brothers. We don't have the Leslie Benzies guy. Doesn't mean there aren't some of the key guys. Some of the key guys who wrote Red Dead 2 are there and all that. I'm just saying, I don't know what it's going to end up being because of that. No one does really. Any expectations for GTA Online or not really, says Radic. Here's what I will tell you. I have never played GTA Online, right? It's one of those weird things that I know it's huge. I know it's a big deal. And it's just, I've never just been interested enough to jump in. But it's such a big thing that I think now I will absolutely jump in. And I will play it at least a little bit because I want to see what the big brouhaha is. Young Raj says it's because they took too long and only certain demographics play GTA anymore. They dumbed it down into a mature kids game. I don't know what they've dumbed it into, if anything, but I definitely think that they've taken a long time, and it's going to be really interesting. There's so many things interesting about this. There's, it takes a long time to make a game. You got to record your dialogue a year ago, all this shit. Society, the things to satirize, all that shit moves so fast now compared to the last GTA that is it going to still land? I think there is the fact that the culture, even amongst, maybe even especially amongst younger people, has changed, and that there's not as much, there's still some, but there's not as much comfort with punching down comedically. So whether you're talking about the trans stuff that they've already changed in the last GTA, or an upgrade, if I remember, or it was one of the remasters that came out, or are you going to be able to kill a prostitute after you have sex with her, and this, that, and the other? I don't know if that's going to play as cool anymore, or if it's going to be removed, and then what are they going to replace it with? And is that going to piss off the hardcore who loved the originals? I don't know. It's going to be a fascinating thing to follow and talk about for sure. Where did it go? Should I buy pre-order off rip? I don't know what that means, Jingle Jangle. I don't plan on buying a pre-order. I'm assuming, just like all the other games, you can wake up the day it comes out and buy a pre-order edition. Unless, okay, let me rephrase that. All I care about on the pre-order is early access. I don't think that's going anywhere. Regardless, as if you buy the expensive version day one or 6 months before it comes out. I'm sure they will throw in some things to get your money early. And so perhaps. You will be able to do anything, Remington Wilson says. They attack both sides. Yeah, but I think if you're talking about some of the stuff they're satirizing, you're right. But if you're talking about, like, what is the both sides version of picking up a prostitute, having sex with her, killing her, and getting your money back? I mean, how do you play the other side of that, right? That's the stuff I'm talking about, right? I mean, for example, the old GTA games would have let you, I imagine, drive your car through a gay pride parade. And it would have been, people would have gone, ha ha, funny, funny, funny. Thank God, acceptance of LGBT folks in our society is a lot higher now. I would be stunned if they allow that in a game like this. Or if they did, what is the other side? Is it that there's the gay mafia that comes after you? And I mean, I don't know. So I'd be careful about assuming everything's going to be there's an A version and a B version. Yeah, Farnsworth says the opposite to not to the prostitute thing is not killing her and giving her a bonus. That's right. Or making an honest woman or man, depending on what you're into, out of them. Do I think politics as PK will affect the review scores? Certain ones, yes. I think you will have the more up and up outlets that try to judge it. Like, they know they're going to get shit if they don't judge it for what it is. So I think you will certainly have those outliers, whether they mean it or they're doing it for clicks, that are offended and in that fuck your score. But I think most of them will be like, if the satire doesn't land, they'll call it out. If they walk that line perfectly, they'll give it kudos for that. But I think a lot of these outlets know they've got a target on them as well. And so you got to be careful. PS5 Pro, says Ludo in his super chat, thank you, buddy, is far better than the standard by far. I don't think you have to use far better and by. The point is, Ludo, you're from France and it's a second language, and fuck you, Jaffe. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. We appreciate it. And I will be picking one up. Really Farnsworth, the most confused but delightful man in the universe, drops a gift membership. Thank you, buddy. It goes out to young Raj. We appreciate it. Remington says, yeah, like a MAGA rally, and that shit doesn't upset me, meaning that you could either drive through a pride parade or you could drive through a MAGA rally. Then you get into then you're getting into a weird problem, right? You're getting into a problem there where that's not the opposite thing, right? There are, I know there are plenty of MAGA people who are LGBT. They're probably closeted, a lot of them, but I don't think going, if we can kill this group we need to be able to kill this group. I don't really think that's the opposite, right? But I don't know. Look, all I can tell you is I'm interested. I'll be there. Did I have any input with the upcoming God of War remake? Not a goddamn bit. But he says, this is from John. Greek trilogy Kratos changed my life. Thank you. On behalf of all of us who made it, you're welcome. Thanks for playing our game. We appreciate it. All right, so that's what's going on with the Grand Theft and the auto. Listen to this though. If you can't handle the wait, and you're like, why can't I play it today? Why can't I play it today? Well, I can't help you, but where I can help you is to set your eyes on this. Forza Horizon is out today in early access. Comes out for everybody, I think, Monday. I think it's the 19th. After 63 critics have gotten their hands on it, it's sitting at a 92. It's the best and most familiar the series has ever been. These are quotes. Without question, it is a really fun game. How long it will hold your attention, that's kind of a low score. That's an 80. Depends on how much you like racing games. For me, it definitely did bring back some of those fond memories. And jumping in to kill some time was a great way to experience the game. Let's see what the big boys gave it. I'm always curious. Has higher ratings on the Xbox than the PC. That's new. Let's see what we got. Let's see all the reviews. Let's see if there's any negative. There's a couple of mixed. Okay. Eurogamer gave it 100. IGN, Eurogamer Portal, IGN Spain gave it 100. IGN gave it 100. Technically, Forza Horizon 6 has not skipped a beat, runs like a titan. Aesthetically, it's the best looking and best sounding game they've ever made. So I'm excited. This is going to be coming out on Game Pass. I really liked Forza 5. It was my first Forza game, and I love the shit out of it. I am not a racing guy for the most part, but I do like arcade racing. And I thought it was pretty cool. The one thing I'll say that's weird, though, I was watching somebody play it live, and I know people are saying this game is beautiful, and I'm sure it is, but at least in certain parts, like this is the part he was playing when I saw it the first time, I'm like, this looks dumb. Not dumb, you know what I'm saying? This looks very generic and low detailed and all that, and I'm sure it's not. I mean, he could be playing on the S. I don't know. But I think it's probably just the level of the, and I'm going to scrub through the, yeah, it kind of looks like PS3, but I think that's just, he's in this level. I mean, clearly this looks a lot better. I don't know what he's playing on. I will be playing it on GeForce Now, so I'll have every knob turned all the way up. But, you know, I'm excited. I don't think I'm excited enough that I would go out and pay for it. I'm excited to have it on Game Pass, but if somebody said, okay, give me $69 for it, I don't like the series that much. Zero Link says there's no way Forza is as good as Mixtape. Well, again, I know you're joking, but again, that's kind of the problem with a lot of these people doing video game discourse. You know, they're only similar in that they're in a box and they run on a game console. It's just it's such a different, and I know you know that, but that kind of discourse and that kind of debate and that kind of argument will happen. It will absolutely happen because some people are just fucking morons. I don't know what to tell you. It's not as good. It's not as good as Mixtape because the score says this and it's a game. I don't know. You know, come on. Stoner Joe, thank you for the super chat. Hello, buddy. How are you? Somebody's got to figure out when Stoner Joe posts. Sometimes he posts as David and sometimes he posts as Stoner Joe. I wonder if it is a multiple personality thing where he just, depending on who he's posting as, we can tell who he's identifying as. This is going to be game of the year. I definitely think a lot of people will nominate it for that. It is, I think, currently, am I wrong, the best reviewed game so far on Metacritic this year. I mean, the year's still young, but let's see, games. I'm not sure how you do this. I've never done the comparison. Oh, here you go. Best games on PS5. Well, that's not. Oh, let's see. Best games. Let's do this. Best games. Let's see. 2026. So review wise, Resident Evil is number 1. Then there's Death Stranding, and then Forza actually has an 89. So there you go. There you go. Okay. Well, I don't give a shit if it gets Game of the Year. What the fuck do I care? Game of the Year is just all that shit's stupid. But you know, people were asking. So nothing says you have a sub 80 IQ like saying there's no way mixtape and Forza can both. Wait, I gotta read this right because there's some double negatives in here. There is nothing that says you have a sub IQ, meaning you're okay. So you are stupid if you say there is no way mixtape. Hi, there's no way these can both be 10s, and you're stupid for saying that. Right, I agree with you. That's like triple negative, man. That took some work. Thank you for that, though. Appreciate it. Okay, yeah, those are PC scores. That's right. I don't think there's a combined, unless you can combine them. Let's see. Let's try that now. So yeah, Forza comes in at 3 score wise. RE comes in at 2, and this was Hades comes in at number 1, and then Mixtape, and then Death Stranding 2. So okay. All right. I can read the goddamn sentence, Darth Nugget, but that takes a little bit of a work. Takes a little bit of work. And, you know, Gene's been telling me, and I've been seeing this as well. He says, look, you know, if you really want to see what's selling or what's affecting the zeitgeist, it ain't any of these. It's fucking Tamagotchi life, which I need to get a Switch to now. Now I'm kind of getting to the point where I really do need a PS Pro, and I do need a Switch too. So I'll be getting some hardware pretty soon. Yeah, listen, I updated that. Darth Nugget says nothing says Jaffe like sitting on a link for an upcoming stream and then it not being the fucking stream. Look, I agree. I have been working, I switched over to OBS, not Streamlabs, and I have gone through Gemini for the last week going, how do I do this? And every time I follow the directions, the link is dead. So I need to figure that out. Okay. Why can we not have, says Lol Kyle, a new Need for Speed Juiced or Asphalt? Because they don't sell. Yeah, Tamagotchi Life is on the original Switch, but my kid took it because he's obsessed with playing it. All right, let's move on. Wait, my dear. But yeah, wouldn't you agree though that there are some places that look really good, but a lot of the city stuff does not look good, at least when I'm watching people stream it. So I'm sure it's great. I was disappointed. This came out and shat a turd everywhere. Can you shit a turd? That's the only thing you can't shit, really. 72 Directive 8020, the new game from what are they called? The Dark Pictures Anthology from Supermassive. You know, it's kind of shitty. I was really kind of looking forward to this, but maybe I'll try it when it's on sale. I like some of their games that, like one of my favorite games of them is Devil Inside, which is about the guy who had the murder hotel in Chicago. And it doesn't have very good reviews, right? What is that thing? It's Devil. Let me see where that sits. That's Devil Inside. The Devil Inside. Me? It's called. Yeah, there we go. Devil in Me is what it's called. And that's sitting at a 69. But I will say I loved that probably because I love the narrative. And Tiny Taco says Directive 8020 was cool. I enjoyed it. Okay, yeah, H.H. Holmes, that's right. Okay, so maybe I will play it then. How long did it take you to play, and how much does it cost? Is it like an $80 game, or is it like $40? Because I also like that you can play it with the stream and people can vote and all that shit, right? All right, it's a $50 game. It's sitting at mixed right now. Will Supermassive ever reach the heights of Until Dawn again? I love that game, says Nugget. Well, it's a good question. A lot of it is, again, one of the things people underestimate, the guys who made Twisted Metal, not Scott Campbell, but like his bosses who owned, what were they called? Single Track. They were like, we can do this. We can do what they can do. We'll go make Rogue Trip. And what they forget is that, or what they don't know is, and I had to learn this with some of my companies after I left Sony, is so much of the Sony support is almost it's not invisible, but it's easy to believe that you did it on your own with the team, versus there's just all this support you get from Sony, both financial and technical, and the time you need and the marketing. And it just kind of, it's easy to kind of go, oh, well, anybody can do that. We're the stars. And there's truth to that. But I think when you're talking about Until Dawn, there's no way that Until Dawn was not a good collaboration where Sony brought their ability to heavy lift and Supermassive brought theirs, because they've never made anything good since, or great since. Even The Quarry, which was probably their best executed game, was still not very good compared to Until Dawn. Do you review those games as games or movies? Because lots of reviewers hate horror movies. That's a good point. I mean, I don't think about it. I don't review anything anyway, but I give my opinion based on my experience. So I don't go into Directive 80/20 thinking this better be a fucking great mechanic systems-based game, because that's clearly not what it is. But I happen to love movies, and I happen to love I love the video games. And speaking of horror movies, I want to go see that Obsessed movie. You know the movie Bobby Boucher? You goddamn right. You goddamn right. You know that movie Obsession or Obsessed that's come out about that girl who the guy makes a wish on like a candy bar or something. And it's kind of like you make a wish on this thing, and that's kind of the high concept of the candy, but it works. And he says, I wish this girl loved me more than anyone else in the world. And she kind of does. And she starts, it becomes a horror movie very, very quickly. Well, you can text her now, and she will bother you all day long. I literally just started today following her. And it's all day long. She sends videos, she sends audio clips, she sends pictures. And like sometimes it's like every 20 minutes, like bling, it's Nikki, hi, it's Nikki, hi. I'm sure I'll get sick of it, but if you want to do it, here's the number, 1724 876 4554, 1724 876 4554. That will get Nikki on your mentions, and she'll flirt with you. She'll flirt with you. You goddamn right she will. Yeah, I did talk about it, Obama, this morning. He says Real Ones Know Jaffe was talking about this on Crypt. Yeah, but what's interesting is I covered the story on Crypt, and that was this morning, and not much happened because I had just sent her the text, and it's only been like 10 hours since we did Crypt this morning, and I've been flooded all day long. What happens if you call? I have no idea. I don't know. I'm going to try it. Let's do it right now. Jaffe says, Pyro, I love listening to your live streams. You're my go-to for gamer talk. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that very much. That's a very nice thing to say. All right, I'm calling it right now. Here we go. Will be sent to you. Standard message. Yeah, she doesn't answer. She answers like once she starts sending you texts and shit. It's funny. All right, let's move on though. So I'm glad somebody liked Directive 80/20. I'll probably pick it up or play it when it comes to Game Pass. Now look, no one knows if this is true. It's just a leak, but everybody knows that there has been a rumored state of play coming this summer. It sounds like what we see here that's leaked from this guy, SM Vision. I can confirm that State of Play will take place on May 24th. An announcement is expected next week. So that's 10 days. It's 10 days from now. Is that right? And what I heard was, I saw another rumor that it was going to be they were going to close it out with Corey's game. That was going to be their one more thing, which is going to be the Fea, is that how you say her name? Kratos' wife that was the Ashes of 2018. You're playing her in this game. That's the rumor. And that's going to be how they close the State of Play next week. So not next week, in 10 days. Do I think that's happening? I don't know, but I hope so. I think that would be great. I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. I'm very curious how people will respond for so many reasons if that is actually the rumor. because, you know, oh, it's a female protagonist. You know, some of these guys they get all upset for some fucking reason because I don't know why. That it's more God of War. I think a lot of us, including me, was hoping for something original. I'm sure it will be very original, but, you know, a new IP. But I'm sure Corey's like, yeah, I would have liked to have done something totally original too. But even in my position, meaning his position, getting $500 million requires me to play ball, and they wanted more God of War. Can I turn up my volume? Yeah. For you, Anna the G, you goddamn right I can. How is that? Is that better? Am I still playing Crimson Desert? You know, not really. I really liked it. And I keep telling myself that I will go back and play it, but realistically speaking, I probably won't. There's just too many fucking things to play right now, man. May 24th is a Sunday. Pretty sure the first time in history. Okay, well, that it wouldn't be the first time in history because, well, E3 used to have press conferences on Sundays, but you're right. It probably would not be the 24th. So I don't know. It's just a rumor. I'm just sharing it with you. It's just a rumor. There's the picture right there. Right, there's the dude. Okay. Let's move on, shall we? Listen to this, man. Subnautica 2, which I don't have a subscription, I guess, to The Verge, but it doesn't matter because it's in the headline, which is this game came out today in early access, and they have sold in the first hour 1 million copies already. 1 million, and that's just on Steam. If we go over to Steam right now and see where it's at, let's see how many people are playing this on Steam, because it's also on Game Pass, which is where I'm playing it, and it's also on Epic. So Steam is probably getting the lion's share, but still, let's see in-game right now. Yeah, it's coming on hot and heavy right now. So we'll see if how it sustains. I started playing a little bit of it today, just for like 30 minutes on. I was playing it on cloud gaming on Xbox, but I'm waiting for it to come to GeForce Now, which should be sometime today because I want the graphics to be amazing. But I really liked it. You don't have to have played the first one. I barely touched the first one. But so far, if you like survival games, it's cool, man. It's like The Abyss meets I don't know, a survival game, right? It's the Abyss meets Rust or something, I guess. But it's cool. It's very, very cool. So anyway, yeah, I'm excited for it. I will be streaming it, but I will be streaming first, and I may even be streaming it tonight. A game called I want to bring up the video real quick so I can talk about what it's playing. Hang on. It's another survival game that I'm really enjoying. It's called Project Mist, and it is a survival horror open world game, and it's very strange, which is why I really am enjoying it. It's got a weird kind of surreal vibe to it, where the enemies are I don't want to say they're like Bloodborne Souls-like. There's not like that Victorian Dickinson thing, but there is just this weird mutated creatures, and I'm trying to find some monsters I can show you because I don't know what this guy's video is. But it's really, really cool. So I know it's coming into early access this week, which is rough because you're coming out the same week as Subnautica. But I will be streaming this tonight, most likely. Check it out. Stop by if you're interested. But it is really, really cool. Hang on. I just want to find some gameplay. I'll definitely show you guys the fights and the monsters. It's got all the weird mutated things and shit. Am I still playing Winrose? I am. I kind of lost a little bit of steam because I got busy playing something else. I forget what. But I saw Tech who's playing it, and Tech is pretty much taking it to the end of early access. The ship that you can get is massive, and his character looks awesome. And the ship is just like, it's like a double-decker interior with different types of guns in the upper and the bottom. And so I'm kind of compelled to go back and play it some more. But right now, Mixtape came along and kind of took over not much. And then I've just been busy with other stuff. So, did I ever have a Southern accent? Says Benny. I did. And when I go back home, I still kind of, it creeps in, but it was never like deep South like my parents. My parents' accents were very, now, Davey, come on over here and show me how to play this here video game. What's happening here? That was that level. But mine was never that. I did play Pragmata. I liked it. I probably will not finish it. I kind of get what it is. I enjoyed what I played, but I'm not like, oh my fucking God. Like some people, that's their game of the year. And I really do enjoy it, but, all right. 1 second. Let me tell you something, you guys. No, mixtape took about 3 hours, of course, and I loved it. Fucking loved it. Alex says Steam Forza 6 early access at midnight with premium. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to drop $70 on that game, given that I can play it. There are games that I will drop early. I will pay early, like Grand Theft Auto, like Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. But I'm not going to pay. I'm not a massive Forza fan. Like 007, I would probably drop money to play early. Absolutely. Yeah. Matt says he's ready for that. But I'll tell you something though. I honestly have been jonesing to go back and finish Onimusha 3 that we got from Retro Game Treasures last month. I played it on the stream and I was surprised just how fun that fucking thing is and still holds up. And so I'm probably going to be playing that. Am I going to buy Lego Batman? Yes, I am. I have not shown my ex mixtape yet. I want to. I was telling Jean this on the stream the other day. She is not a gamer. We'll play Wordle and shit, right? But she's not like a gamer at all. Just never appealed to her. And I'm very curious what a total non-gamer, because she's of that age, she came up with that music and all that. I'm very curious if because it is so easy to play. I'm curious what somebody like that would think. So I will show it to her. Okay. The Rocker Matt says, am I going to play the Twisted Metal? I am going to play the new. I'm not excited for it. No, I mean, I'm more curious about it, right? There's a new update to the Twisted Metal 5 fan game, and the version I played on stream was great. And apparently this new one is so much better. So I'm curious about it, but I don't, Twisted Metal is near and dear to my heart, but I don't really jones to play it anymore because I kind of did that. Now listen, I'm going to show you something. This trailer, which I'm sure you've seen, I have struggled with my relationship with this game. I played the beta for Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, and it was so overwhelming with their tutorial, and the tutorial was so terribly boring because it was literally just like a PowerPoint, and I'm sure because it was in beta, it wasn't ready. I can't imagine they're going to ship with it. So I'm like, I don't know if this is for me, right? But I'll say two things. Every time I see new characters and I see the art style, I am just like, my God, this looks so fucking good and so cool. And if I was ever going to actually learn to, quote, get good at a fighting game, I can't imagine there would be a better one for me to try. Because I love these characters. I love the art style. But then I found out they announced that there is going to be a playable single-player campaign. And not because I'm excited because, it's not like fighting game campaigns are great for the most part. But I can at least play through. It's a 10-hour campaign. It's told through motion comics. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like. So I'm assuming that it also serves as a training ground. So I can learn how to actually play the game and enjoy it, at least online or with the community, even if I'm never anywhere close to being competitive with it. So I'm glad to hear that there is going to be an actual, robust is the wrong word. It's not like, I think Mortal Kombat 11 or whatever has had probably the most robust single-player fighting game. I think. Could be wrong, but I think. And this one is certainly not going to give that one a run for its money in terms of content. But it's enough to get me to say this has now become a day one for me, because I can, even if I never play it more than 10 hours, I'll play through the campaign, get a Marvel story with these beautiful fucking looking characters, and you know, I'm off to the fucking races. So I'm jazzed for this. This comes out, I think, in August. Is it August? It comes out this summer? No, it's June, I think. So yeah, look how fucking good this looks, you guys. Come on. And this might be another reason to get the Pro. This game makes me want to get a PS5. That game looks so clean. Max, the fighting game YouTuber, said the balance of the latest version makes it fun for everyone. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, Howard the Duck. Yeah, I'm excited. And then, yeah, here's what I saw an animation of this earlier, but I can't find it. But this is what one of the pages of the comic looks like. So it's, you know, it's not nothing. It's going to be, you know, it's better than just like, you know, here's a picture of a face and some audio, right? So, you know, they will probably do an open beta. Yeah, maybe if they do a state of play, they will announce an open beta that day or something. That would be fantastic. But this game looks so good. And you know how they're making action figures for Marvel Rivals, which I think is also a great, like the art style for Rivals and the art style for Tokon, some of the best Marvel character versions I've ever fucking seen. Really, really good stuff. Okay. So that's going down. Let me tell you something. So, and there's a video up still on the Bartlett Jones website or YouTube channel. But the first game I played on my PS4 back in the day was Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And I remember playing it, and I think I used the share feature to put a video up on Facebook. That's how long ago it was. And I remember playing it and just going, are you shitting me? This is like living in the world. There is no way. How is this real? How is this a real fucking video game? And somebody on Reddit put together this where this is what it looked like. And that's just the craziest thing, man, that intellectually I get it, but my brain saw this and thought it was the most amazing, most realistic thing in video games. And I guess it was for the time, but I didn't notice any of just how unrealistic this looks. And this is why when people say, oh, we've reached the limits to graphics. No, we haven't, man. All you have to do is live long enough to go through the experience of looking at this and going, oh my God. And then a couple of years later, you're like, this is what it looks like, right? This is, they put out today, by the way, I'm just going to play the clip. It's a minute long. They put out their underwater gameplay. I don't remember the first one or the original having underwater gameplay. I could be wrong. Were you able to dive in the first one? But anyway, look how fucking good this looks, man. And I hope I'm streaming at 1080p because trust me, it looks beautiful. And like I said, I love Winrose. It's a better pirate simulation, but this is going to be a better cinematic pirate action adventure. I cannot wait. There were diving bells. Okay. And I know Farnsworth is teasing and saying, oh, it looks the same to me. But there are people out there trying to make videos saying this game looks the same. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot if you think this game looks the same. This is one of my most anticipated games. When's this coming out? When are they putting this goddamn thing out? There's the shark. Come on, baby. In the original, you could only dive off your ship in pre-designated locations. Okay. Is that the same here, or we don't know? Well, you're saying it's already better than Midrose. It's simply a dumb... I wish people, and you know I love you, Carlos, but I wish people were smarter when it comes to talking about video games. Winrose blows the shit out of this game as it relates to the simulation fantasy of coming up in the ranks and building your ship and finding your crew and this and that and the other. It's a totally different kind of game. But this looks more like a great action adventure game, man. Listen to this though. Speaking of this game, you got to look at this. You got to look at it now. Check it out. You know what this is? This is an actual sword worth over $250,000 that was hidden by a company that does real life treasure hunts. Okay. That company has teamed up with Ubisoft to give us this. The Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced has a real life $500,000 treasure hunt you could pay $40 to try and solve. I may do something on my Discord where we all buy it together and we try to solve it together, and we agree that if we solve it, we'll just split it right down the middle. I don't think we will. They say it'll take 2 to 5 years. They think the average person, it will take 2 to 5 years to solve it. Here's what it is. Here's the whole thing, right? So if you go to their website, you have 15 riddles that you have to solve. Once you solve them, it will guide you to a location in the Caribbean. I think it's the Caribbean. There you will be able to find a treasure chest that has a couple of things. It will be filled with gold coins, and there will be a crystal skull with an opal set into its head. All value comes to $500,000. Once decrypted, the 15 riddles will lead you to discover a chest buried in the heart of the Caribbean. As soon as you locate it, you submit your answer via the interface. And then there's a number, of course, of things you can get. If you pre-order, you can get a preliminary quest that starts to get your head in the kind of puzzles they'll have. You get the first puzzle a couple of weeks early. 1 week early, you have full access to the hunt 1 week before the public. Now, I used to be, here it is. When I was a kid, there were things like this. There was something called Treasure, and it was like trying to find a golden horse statue worth $1 million, right? Somebody eventually found it. I can't imagine I will have the intelligence to solve this by myself. But I do think bringing on people that are, focused and different and have different skills. I think everybody's got a good chance, especially if we put together a really good team. So if this interests you and you're listening to this, hit me up on the Discord. I'll see if there's enough people to justify the initial purchase price, because I would want to buy the 180 version, because you basically get a book that comes with it that has hints. You get early access. You get access to the website, a couple of other things, just some, visual decor stuff, whatever. So it's interesting. It's interesting. I could barely find the toy in the cereal box. There's no hope for me, says Willie. Yeah, you weren't invited. You weren't invited. Since Logic says, Jaffe, what you just mentioned about gaming discourse, there's a new video with Sarkeesian talking about it. Yeah, is it long? I don't like long videos. I mean, I'm sure it's good, but maybe I'll look at it and talk about it in the next show. By the way, speaking of pirates are everywhere, baby. Look at this. New rumor. We talked about this the other day, but we're getting more and more confirmation that it's looking like it's a fully open marine world, island exploration, FromSoft game. The ship is your main moving hub. That is a Pirate Souls game, is their rumor. So pirates are just kind of in vogue, I guess, which is great. Here's what else is in vogue. Retro game treasure. We are about to open this box. Retro game treasure. Let me get a drink of the bubbly first. Hang on. Did I see, Degam says, greetings from Brazil. Hello, sir. Did you see the Star Fox trailer? I did. I'm not interested in it because it sounds like it's just a remake. And I've never been a Star Fox guy. The rails are too, it's not for me. I might play it eventually, but I doubt it. So as we talked about at the top of the show, Retro Game Treasures is the sponsor of our show. They create these beautiful boxes, and they are curated just for you based on a number of things they do to figure out what you love. It's like Christmas morning every month where you get retro games going back to the Atari 2600 all the way up to the Xbox One. You can tell them what you already own, what consoles you want, the kind of games you like, your wish list, and then they will tell you if they will send you a box and they will hopefully make you delighted. The first box we got, which were games that were, the first box we got were games that inspired God of War 1. And so we got Onimusha 3, and I've loved actually having these physical games back in my life. I'd stopped buying physical games with digital, but it is nice to have physical. Onimusha 3, Rygar, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and GODZ. Now, GODZ is a terrible game. I'm only broadcasting at 480p? I don't think so. I certainly shouldn't be. And there's a video up on the channel right now that talks about all of those games and how they inspired God of War. If you're interested, I'd appreciate if you go in there, give it a watch, take a look. 1 day left to subscribe for your box in May. Right, you may have to be in there in June, but let's open this one. So this one is a box that I said, this month, let's not do anything specific. Let's not say, oh, I want games that inspired Twisted Metal or whatever. I just want them to go through my algorithm and through my checklist and use their algorithm, and their own brain pans to go, this is what we think Jaffe will like. So here we go. We're going to unbox this together as pals do. And let's see what we get. Let's see what we get inside, my friends. And then on the flip side of this, by the way, I want to let you know that we are going to talk about, I'm going to show you a little bit of a home movie. It's related to video games that I made when I was like 12 years old. And we're also going to have a visit from a very good friend, the Internet Hobo. But first, before I open the box, I got to go turn on the AC because it's starting to feel like summer here in San Diego. Hang on. Hear that? That's Tech down the hall doing his fucking show. And you know what he's doing? He's getting money. Let's go. Let's bring some money in. Let's do some super chats. Let's do some gifted members. Let's show the world that this show is the best goddamn video game show on the goddamn internet by your beautiful donations. I would appreciate it. Thank you, fellas. All right, here we go. Let's open this goddamn thing. I'm excited. What are we going to get, you guys? And I will be playing these next week on the stream, okay? My UPS store kind of put some tape on it, so it's kind of a pain to open this month. Last month they didn't do that. Okay, while we're waiting, Jaffe says, Alex, I watched Obsession. It was a good movie, but it's not worth watching at the theater. Oh, okay, good to know. What about the woman in it, the girl who plays the obsessed girl? I hear she's amazing. Like, I hear she's like, she might be up for an Oscar come next year. Is that bullshit, or was she really that excellent? Hey, thank you so much for the gold coin, Tyler. I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. All right, here we go. Box number 1 or box number 2. Box number 2. Here we go. All right, you open it up. What do we have inside? We have, here we go. I'm bad at unboxing. I need to get another camera, but thanks for your subscription. They give you a couple of tips. They welcome you aboard. They package them very nice. Nice. All right. All right. All right. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. This is the game. Okay. Okay. Come on now. I'm excited. WWF Attitude. I got into wrestling, by doing streams. And it was this audience that told me, Jaffe, you missed out. Because I was a kid when Hogan was doing this shit. And they said, you missed out on the Attitude Era. And I said, yeah, I mean, I'm aware of it, but I was just, I wasn't into it at the time. And they were like, this is one of the best games that you can get. That is the wrestling. And I'm like, I've never played it. And now I have it. And I'm going to play it. This is so great. This is so great. Let's see. Attitude has the most features and fiercest gameplay of any wrestling game. 40 of your superstars. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Mankind, The Undertaker, and D-Generation X. I don't know that last one. Customize your wrestlers' moves. First ever create your own pay-per-view. Wrestle your way to the title. You got ladies wrestling in here. Look at that. Look at that. Come on now. Come on now. That's pretty great. That's pretty great. It's certainly the most gritty and M-rated of that era. Absolutely. What do we got? We have, it's also nice to have manuals again, to get manuals in there. All right, so we've got this game, which we will be playing next week. Obviously, it's it's a PS1 game, right? So it's a PS1 game, which means there ain't no online. But it's WWF, not even WWE, because they got sued by the people with the pandas. Excellent. Thank you, Retro Gaming Treasures. Very excited. Now, this next one, oh my God. I saw it because it was a PS1 jewel case. And so this next one, this is one of my favorite racing games. And this is well, that it's not. Oh, hello, JSD. Acknowledge me. How are you, buddy? How are you, JSD? Good to see you. Thank you for being a member for 27 months. Dark Shadowy Plays, thank you for being a member for 23 months. You mentioned feeling dishonest in some gaming interviews. A segment revisiting those could make for a fun segment. It's a good point. I will do that. That's a great idea. Thank you, buddy. Okay. This next game I played it, I loved it, and I never hear anyone talk about it. And it is so fucking fun. Or at least it was. Does it hold up? I don't know. But it is NASCAR Rumble. Have you guys played this game? It was basically, because NASCAR never appealed to me as a game because you're driving around in a circle, right? And I'm not trying to be silly about it, but that was always like, why would I want to play that game? NASCAR Rumble was when NASCAR said, and EA did it, and they said, we want to basically take the NASCAR brand and we want to arcade the shit out of it with power-ups and more fun tracks and things like that. This is, I don't know if it's going to hold up, but this game is so fun when I played it when it first came out. So this will be a game we play. I'm playing this before next week, but I'll play it on stream. It'll be one of the first things I play next week because it is. Did anybody ever play this? Do you even know what the fuck this is? It was not a big hit. I want to say maybe they made a sequel, but that was because back in the day, if a game sold like 500,000, you made a ton of money, so they could afford to make sequels. But I never hear anyone talking about NASCAR Rumble. Are you guys even somewhat familiar with this? Okay, I don't agree with you. Anthony. He says, it's all right, but it's certainly not Wipeout XL. Oh God, no, it kicks the shit out of Wipeout XL. This is like Bashful Riot says it's like Mario Kart meets NASCAR. Yeah, it's got more of an arcadey, fun spirit to it. So I am so excited. Thank you, Retro, for that. Let's get to the next one. Here we go. Come on now. There's a PS2 one. What is it? I don't know. Oh, I've never played this one. Okay. Imagine, if you will. This is from the guys that did GoldenEye and Time Splitters. Okay. PS2 game. It is an action-adventure single-player game, Second Sight, and it came out the same Christmas season as a game from Midway called, what the fuck was the Midway one? But this was the classier one. This was the one that had more of an elegant kind of vibe to it. And I played the Midway one, which was, and they got sued for it because somebody said they wrote the story, but not this one. But yeah, boast an array of special effects that wouldn't look out of place in a movie, they said on the back. Squad combat, intense arsenal, so it's basically paranormal. It's a paranormal shooter about a guy with psychic powers, who is, let me just read it to you. It says, John awakens from a coma with no memory. What he does remember isn't pretty. A Spec Ops mission gone wrong. Capture bizarre brain experimentation. He also knows he possesses unimaginable powers. Paranormal powers, psionic powers. Armed with these abilities, he must unravel the truth of his past and destroy the military conspiracy moving in against him. I have never played it. I am very excited. This is a great get. Thank you so very much, Retro Game Treasure. We'll be playing this next week as well. Excellent. Now, last game. Last game of box number 2. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm going to put it up on the screen, and I'm going to just see what okay, here it is. I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what it is, but you guys now know, and I don't know. Well, that great, Jaffe. What are you going to do with that? I don't know. I was going to guess, but I'm sure somebody will spoil it in the chat, so I may as well open my eyes. Oh! I love this game. I did not think, I thought this game was maybe so rare it would be too expensive. This fucking game. Have you played this game from Activision? This is great. It is, how do I explain this game? Oh, and it's got the manual in there. How do I explain this fucking game? It's wrong to say it's the PlayStation version of Pilot Wings, but it's basically you're flying planes. Let me just read you the back. Let me just read you the back of the box. Take to the sky in addictive action-packed missions, flying authentic planes and jets, even experimental aircraft. Attempt to refuel from a moving train, fly through underground tunnels, and touch down on an aircraft at sea. From the thrill of barnstorming to the challenge of rescues, your piloting skills and nerves will be tested to their adrenaline-screaming limits. The sky awaits. So this game is like, it kind of reminds, well, you can say it looks lame, JSD, but you couldn't be more wrong. You couldn't, this game to me, there's something very similar about these, right? Which is, I don't want to play a semi-NASCAR game. This gives you the fantasy of NASCAR, but with the gameplay of Daytona or Mario Kart, right? I'm not interested in Microsoft Flight Sim. These are both kind of the arcade versions, right? So this is an arcadey flight game, and it doesn't give a shit about the story. It just is like, hey, here's a rescue on a mountaintop. Here's this, here's that, flying through tunnels and barnstorming. It's really great. These are great games this month. I am so excited. Somebody says, is Jaffe on the pot? He's happy tonight. I'm happy because when I tell you, look, Retro Game Treasure did not come to me and say, we want you to say it's like Christmas every morning. I'm telling you, it's like, not every morning, every month. It's like Christmas every month. And I'm saying that as an atheist agnostic that was raised Jewish. You don't know what you're going to get, and they do a good job. This is a great game. I don't know about this, but I'm excited for this because I love the wrestling, and I'm curious about that era. This is a great goddamn game, and this is a great goddamn game. Are you serious? Of course I'm happy. We'll be playing these next week, but you goddamn right, I'll be playing them probably right after this stream because I'm very, very exciting to play. All right. Thank you, Retro Gaming Treasure. Stay tuned. We'll be playing that this week. Okay, moving on. JSD, thank you for the 5 gifted members. Very much appreciated, buddy. Thank you so much for always showing love and support for this here channel. DSP Salt, Paluhu, Highlander, Soul Sleeper, Schmackle McDackle, of the Cincinnati McDackles, get those, and DSP Salt. Thank you very, very much. And then Scotty B211, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. The Diet Coke Commanders. Alex says, Jaffe, how come you don't show this level of excitement when you talk about GTA 6? Because I haven't played it. I mean, I'm curious about it, but I haven't played it yet. Was I a fan of the Jack and Daxter game? I liked it for the tech of it, but I was not a massive fan. Cosmic Bandito, 22 months. He says, good day, sir. I say good day right back to you, buddy. I say good day right back to you. You loaded NASCAR Rumble on your Superstation the other day. It's really fun, right? Right? I'm telling you people. Listen now, I want to show you something, and this is going to relate to video games. At first, you won't understand why, but you will in a moment. Here you go. I made this movie with my friend Jay, Such As It Is, when I was about 10 years old, 11 years old. And it was his Godzilla Rodan, and it was my Kraken from Clash of the Titans. I can still smell the dirt lot where we had all these like effects. I can still smell the smoke of these fucking effects, right? I loved Godzilla. I loved monster movies and all that shit. I think he's about to use his laser eye, which I just scratched in on the film. Let's see. I mean, terrible. It's junk. But I mean, I was 10. Fuck you. Do the laser. Do the laser, Rodan. Oh, he's moving. He's moving. Oh no, there goes the Kraken. Okay, I think we're gonna get a laser attack right here. Okay, there. Maybe you already saw the laser attack, right? Let's see if we can get it back. Hang on. Oh, there it is. See that? That was a laser attack. That's how we did it back then. We didn't have digital effects. You literally had to take the film, put it on your glass coffee table, and scratch a laser into the frames to create this, right? Okay, so I'm showing you this. Oh, and this was the destruction of it. That was my friend. I think his name was John. Where's the other? Somewhere in here, there's Rodan right there. Let's see. He walks away. He has been victorious. Okay. Anyway, the point is though, why am I showing you this? Because I love monster movies and it's fun, but I'm also showing you this because there's a game called Beast Link, and I'm bothered because the reviews of the open beta over the weekend were not great, but I'm hoping this is kind of like a version of Earth Defense Force. Just watch the trailer. I hope it comes to Game Pass. This may be one of those games, like you ever buy a game and you know the reviews are terrible, but you're like, I don't care. This is right up my alley. Even if it's shit, I want this. Watch this trailer.
Okay, I'm cold. I should be clear. Form feel well.
He said this was the next step of evolution. That we were special. And so were they. And then we discovered something. A way to take control.
The new world won't wait. Neither should you.
So yeah, I'm super duper excited for this. And there was an open beta. I'll just play you a minute of one of the guys' takes on it. So it's clearly going to be a jank fest, but I like it enough I can live with the jank fest. Here's the last minute of his take.
Doesn't have a consistent theme that helps immerse you into the world. Like this giant green bar, this whole UI should maybe steer more towards a futuristic tech design to really amplify that you're linked to the kaiju through technology. The UI also doesn't properly convey your goal or achievements. There's apparently a progression system in the game where you can unlock new perks, but it's not satisfying to progress and not even really clear what you're progressing through. And the biggest issue is how it affects the game modes. Hazard Pay is probably the worst game mode in the game right now, where you're meant to pick up scientists and return them to base, but it's not really clear where you're meant to take them. So for the first few matches, we were just driving around the place completely lost. It's not until we found out there's a tiny arrow that you only see when hovering over this tent. That is apparently where you're meant to drop them off. There are single-player tutorials that are meant to explain the game to new players, but since they were locked off from the beta, we couldn't play them. So they're possibly explained there, but a lot of work could definitely still be done to clarify objectives to players. The best mode in the game, however, is Colony Purge, where two opposing teams are sent out to wipe out nests of these giant spiders, which means you get plenty of monster encounters and enemy players, which is actively the most intense and exciting mode in the game at this point in time. It's simple and it works. Now, as far as bugs go, there were some pretty bad ones.
Okay.
Not them bugs. I'm talking about glitches.
So what's interesting about this, like I can see in the chat where it's like, this looks like this shouldn't even be in early access. The review gameplay is painful to watch, let alone play. It looks rough. I wish there was kind of an acceptance in games of like B movies, right? Like if you do look at Earth Defense Force, this looks like Earth Defense Force, but you can also play the monsters. You have different modes. There's more robust multiplayer. But you know, I don't need it to be would I love it to be would I love it to be Naughty Dog level of graphics? Sure. But I'd rather it exist than not if they can't afford that, which they obviously can't. So I'm glad it's coming. Apparently though, there's already a game, because in the comments of this video, someone said, don't play that, play Excedio, the kaiju simulator. And it's got very positive reviews. I figured we'd watch the trailer together. I have no idea what this is. All right, so what I hope on this one is, because I know some of you guys are mentioning Gigabash. Gigabash is absolutely beautiful, but the problem with that game for me is that it's so just monster fighting that I'm looking for something that there's more to do. And it sounds like I get the sense this might have more missions in it. And you know, it's more of a single player thing versus just you're just fighting other monsters. So I'll probably pick it up. And it just came out last month or this year. So let's see when it came. It came out recently, February of 2026. It's $13. I'll probably pick it up and stream it and play it. But I love this shit. But yeah, if you're looking for if you haven't played Gigabash and you want to play like couch co-op or online, it is a great game, but it's pretty much a one note game, is what I would say. The other thing, by the way, before we get to our visitor, I want to let you know, if you have been watching and we've been talking about Retro Game Treasure, our beautiful sponsor, a reminder on the next week's show, Monday or Tuesday, I will be giving away gift cards or a gift card to your video game store of your choice. It will be based on your familiarity with Retro Game Treasure website. So if I were you, I'd go over there, and I'll bring you guys to it next week as well when we actually do the contest. But I would consider signing up for at least a month. If you type in Jaffe 10 when you check out, you get 10% off your first month. See if you like it as much as I do. If you do, please, I'd love you to call into a show and share your unboxing. I know K-Nubs has a box coming. A few other people have a box coming. Please call in and open that on the show, because I get so excited when I see people open these boxes. But also, if you want to have a chance of winning the contest and you want to consider signing up, which you do not have to do to enter the contest, go over there, retrogamestreasure.com. Let me put the website here for you. And just kind of fuck around, explore it, because the more you know about it, the bigger chance you will learn, you will get the prize next week. There it is. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not. You may, but I have a delightful friend of mine. He's really is delightful. And he likes to travel the highways and byways of the information superhighway. And he collects things, man. He collects things on the internet that make him happy, that he thinks are cool and whatnot. And he's your friend, he's my friend, and he's here today. And I want you to give him a warm welcome. He is the goddamn internet hobo. Here we go.
Driving down the road where you headed, you just don't know. But in the distance, you see insistence. His eyes are all aglow. You will stop, you will look, and why, you just don't know. But my friend, you've just encountered the internet hobo.
There he is, boys. There he is. He doesn't speak all that much, but every single month he brings us some of the best weird shit that he finds on the internet. Not only weird, just delightful. For example, now I'm going to tell you something. I'm excited for this movie. I'm excited for Masters of the Universe, and he has come by today and he has dropped off, I think, 10 to 11 new character pictures from Masters of the Universe. Now, I have a feeling that the movie probably ain't going to be worth a damn. Oh, you can't see me. Good, Jaffe. We like it, but shut up. I have a feeling the movie ain't going to be worth a damn. I hope it'll be great. But it even reminds me of like Krull when I was a kid, or one of those movies that was terrible, but if you could, you watched it as a kid and you thought it was amazing. So I'm going to be seeing this in the theater. I'm very excited for it, even if it's a piece of shit. They put out a bunch of character posters. I just wanted to go through them. There's He-Man. Skeletor looks really good. The new trailer has Skeletor talking and the way his mask moves. I don't know. Triclops. Okay, Triclops. These are such great characters. The guy who invented a bunch of these just died. Had from dementia symptoms and whatnot. Trapjaw. I love that they're doing kind of like what Marvel did, and that they're not kind of walking it back and being embarrassed by it. They're totally like, let's spend the money on the delightful, wonderfully juvenile ridiculousness. But I don't think it's camp. They take it serious, which I love of this brand. Spikor, I don't know Spikor. I don't remember that character. Beastman looks great. Evil Lynn with what's her name? She was in Community and then in that wrestling show. Yeah, Skeletor looks fun, and Anna says she loves Skeletor. You think he's gonna be like? You think women are gonna be like you'd think? Oh, women will be into He-Man. I could see a lot of women out there, like the goth girls and shit, being like, "No, man, I'm having the sex fantasy about Skeletor." I could see it. I just can't stand the fish out of water licensed movie plot, says DSP Salt. They do it with every property. Yeah, but you're right. You're not wrong. But the difference in this story is he remembers. He's not like, wait a minute, this world's crazy. He remembers. He's like, I don't think I'm crazy. I come from Eternia. This is not my real home, meaning normal Earth. So, yeah, look at that. Fury Full Riot says, facts, Jaffe. Right? Come on now. Slab Vision says, most definitely. Isn't that something? Women are crazy. They're crazy. All the Morning Glory Milk and Farm Girl, says Cosmo Bandito. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, it reminds me of Flash Gordon. Me as well, which I love. Evil Lynn is played by, what is her name? What's this woman's name? And whatever. You know she is. She's great. And she was great in those shows, but I forget what her name is. Fisto. That sounds positively filthy. Okay, Fisto. All right, fine. I think there were a few more, but yeah, this is oh yeah, here we go. We got, who's this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Goat Man. I don't know if that's invented for the show or what, or for the movie. Then you got Idris Elba as Man at Arms. How great is that? Would somebody tell me this woman's name? What the fuck is that woman's name? She was in Community. She was in, The Glow on, Netflix. God damn it, Jaffe. All right, whatever. Let's keep going. Battle Cat. Come on, baby. Battle Cat looks awesome. Battle Cat looks fucking... This is going to be great. I don't even care if it's shit. It's going to be great. Then we got King Randor, who I guess is Prince Adam's dad. I guess. Sorceress. I don't know who's Allison Brie. Yes, thank you, Riot. Appreciate that. Sorceress. I was hoping she would be a little sexier. She's not my cup of tea. She's all right. Then you've got Queen Marlena, who looks good. I don't know who that is, though, if she was in the books and stuff. I wish Glow would not have been canceled prematurely either. Great fucking show. We've got Roboto. It's kind of cool. We've got Ram Man, who was actually a character, a toy. This girl, Tila, she played Veronica Lodge in the Riverdale, which was a crazy good show for a while, for a few seasons. And it got too ridiculous for its own good. But she's in it. It's good to see her making some other movies. And then look at this guy, Mechanic. Look at the neck, man. Look at the neck, man. They're doing it for real. They're doing it for goddamn real. I love that. Where's the oh, I've already shown you guys my He-Man book. You don't want to see it again. If you do, let me know. I'll bring it out. But there's a book on all the art of all the toys, and there's a great episode of The Toys That Made Us about the Masters of the Universe. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. All right, what else you got for us, Hobo? You better have more. Whoa! I saw this on the what's it called? The Reddit. Found this in a classroom I was cleaning, and somebody drew Kratos and somebody drew Spider-Man. And I just want to bring this up because I hated being in school. I absolutely hated being in school. And all I wanted to do was get out and go to California, go to Hollywood to do creative work. And it was an ache. Like, why do I have to be here? And I think it is so neat that somewhere in this world there, and I'm sure this happens more than once, but now we are there are kids in class that are not only drawing Spider-Man now, or Spooderman, depending, but a character that I was heavily involved in giving life to. Like, if it wasn't for me and my contributions, this would not be this. It would be something else, but it wouldn't be this. And I got to just say, that's pretty fucking neat. That's pretty fucking neat. Like, a lot of people are like, what's it like to have a game award? Or what's it like this? Whatever. But this is pretty fucking cool to know that some kid at school was like, yeah, I'm going to draw Kratos on the whiteboard. Why the fuck not? I love it. I love it. Thanks, Hobo, for bringing that to my attention. I'm going to show you one more thing. Why does Kratos have a beard? Don't ask me. I think it's horrible. So I saw this the other day. I'll read you the post because he's not wrong. Although I do love that there are people who are, there are Legos for older people. Like, they just announced that Lego Lord of the Rings set is like $600. But this one, this guy says, Brad Torgerson says, I adore Lego. Lego was at its best when it did the early Lego space kits. The Galaxy Explorer was my first. I nearly broke my 6-year-old brain on the directions. Lego figures large in my childhood, 6 to 12. And that's precisely the age bracket all Legos should aim at, not adults. I don't want to gatekeep Legos, but I do agree that sometimes I wish I could get some Legos. And when I go online, I'm like, I can't justify spending, $300 on this set here. If they were to remake this set, this would probably cost you about $75. And I'm like, I'll be done with it in 5 minutes, So I get his point, but I just wanted to show you, because I was going through, this is a movie me and my brother made. This was the first movie I ever made. I'm not going to show you the whole movie because it's terrible, but it is using that Lego set. That's why I thought of it. This is the Lego set that you just saw, that my brother and I were out in our backyard, and we basically put together a little stop motion movie. It was such a joy. I enjoyed making movies as a kid. It was so cool. It was so fucking cool. Again, don't watch this like, Jaffe, this movie makes no sense. Oh, I know. We were just fucking around with we were just fucking around trying to see if we could get motion by doing stop motion is all it was. But isn't that neat? Isn't that neat? Come on, man. He gets in the thing. I remember animating this with my brother. Gets in the ship. Oh, there's a little story here. I haven't seen this in a long time. He gets, oh, this guy's coming. What's he going to do? I guess he's taking him. Oh, he's going to take off too. Oh, that was supposed to be the sky. Oh, he crashed. Oh no, he crashed in the rock. Oh, okay. God, those are my. I haven't seen this in forever. I forgot about this part. This is the best. Stegosaurus is going to kill him. What's going to happen? Did he die? Oh, it's very sad. Now I just got bored of animating. Where are we going, Jaffe? The fuck is this? The fuck am I wearing? Is that, yeah, that's me. Come on now. That's me. That's me, boys. Is the movie over? Oh, I'm a giant. I'm a giant is what's happening. Yeah, look at me. I'm going to eat him, I think. I think I put him in my mouth. This is the best storytelling. It's the best storytelling ever. I'm waiting for a call from Spielberg. Oh, what the fuck am I doing there? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're done watching this. Why am I doing this? All right, I'm done. I don't know where this is going, but that's, okay. Anyway, the point is there's the Lego set. Thanks for nothing, hobo, you weirdo. All right. Speaking of just nice news, Jack Kirby got a street named after him in New York City next to Delancey Street, which is where he based Yancey Street on from the Yancey Street Gang, which is where Ben Grimm grew up, and the kids always gave him a hard time. But it is delightful. Jack Kirby is so important to pop culture. He was Stan Lee's main partner when it came to creating not all, but a large percentage of these superheroes that we know and love today. Not Spider-Man, that was Ditko, although he probably ripped that off from a Halloween costume, probably didn't know it. But I think it's wonderful he's getting his flowers. Stan Lee, didn't go out of his way to give credit to a lot of other people. But obviously Stan Lee is very important as well, but they were a wonderful team that really did change the face of popular entertainment, which I love. And I love that he's finally getting the appreciation, and he has a street named after him this week in New York City, which is it's nice to see people get their due. Pretty fucking good. I gotta tell you this. Monster High has a Killer Clowns from Outer Space story, doll, high school Monster High doll. Fully revealed, comes out tomorrow. I like Monster High a lot because my kids were that perfect age when these things were kind of the big hotness, right? And I remember we got up one day at Comic-Con and we ended up waiting in line for like 4 hours to get like a rare Monster High doll. But what is really cool about them is it's like they really have cool designs and they also are monsters. And they cover all the monsters. And I'm looking at this and I'm going, you know what? I would love for Sony to reach out to them and go, give us a Sweet Tooth or give us a Candy Cane or whatever we called her, which was Sweet Tooth's daughter at the end of Twisted Metal 2012. I would love to get a Monster High doll. That would be like one of the coolest fucking things. And the fact that they're doing it based on Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Come on now. That's not bad. Right. And the girl at the end of Twisted Metal, why not? Twisted Metal's a bigger franchise than this, Anna G, thank you for dropping a gifted membership, buddy. We appreciate it very, very much. Thank you, bud. And then Stoner Joe says, hitting the vape, getting high. Cheers. Listen, tomorrow night's show, I think is going to be a call-in show with me. And speaking of beautiful clowns, the wonderful Miss Bunny Button. We're not doing Madhouse. We're just shooting the shit, taking calls and smoking dope. So that'll be tomorrow on the show. Really, Mandalorian Grogu's reviews coming out. People are saying it was disappointing. Really? Let's see. That makes me sad because I really was looking forward to it. Mandalore reviews. Are they reviews coming out? Or is it impressions? Early. Where are you seeing this? Early reviews are worrying. That was 3 weeks ago. I've seen people who have seen the first 25 minutes and they said it was good. So you'd have to send me a link. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I did just start watching the Darth Maul series. I like that too. I don't love it, but I like it. Okay. Anthony, thank you so much for dropping a gifted membership. Goes out to Finn Turismo. Thank you. No, it doesn't go out to Finn Turismo. It goes out to Frosty Delights. Thank you for that very much, buddy. We appreciate it. Look at this, man. Now look, I am a very proud kid of the 70s and 80s. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. Those were good days. And part of being a kid back in those days is loving van art, airbrush van art. I think Google is crashing one moment. Here we go. Look at this goddamn thing. You got to look at this goddamn thing. I love airbrush art on fair rides, and I love them on vans. Look at this fucking thing right here. Take it in with your brain pan. Look at this. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons on a van, right? And they have another one. I couldn't find it, but maybe it's in this particular thread, where it's the more famous advanced D&D thing. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I like sci-fi art. No, let me go back. Let me see. Maybe it's in here. But oh, what's this? Is this real? Oh, look at this one. Is that AI? No, that's real. Look at that. Come on now. But I want to see if I can find the one. Oh, this is the one. Look at this. This is the famous one because this was on the box of Dungeons and Dragons. Look at that beautiful fucking box. Look at that beauty. Van art with candy was the best. Isn't that an amazing van? I fucking love it. And I would proudly drive that fucking thing around. But thank you so much, Anthony. And then Vertucci, good to see you, buddy. Glad to see the internet hobo again. Jaffe Lost at Sea Part 2. I'm still hoping it happens. You never know. You never know, Vertucci. Wink. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Yeah, the train is pretty fucking cool. Pretty fucking cool. But look at this one. Look at that van. Like, you know, if you pull up, like I'm always confused by these women that are like, I get that women are into guys with money, and maybe the issue is when it's a car, they go, oh, they must have money. Although a lot of guys are rubbish with their financial literacy. So they'll spend a lot of money on a car and they'll like still be living with their parents because it's like, whatever, I don't know. But anyway, the bigger point is, I'm driving this and I find a woman. That's the new Mrs. Jaffe. If I find a woman who wants to ride around in this with me and unironically thinks it's cool, I don't think I could resist her. I don't think I could resist her at that point. I'd just be like, well, I guess I'm getting married again. Riot says, I'd love to live in that down by the river. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. All right, what else we got? What else do we got, my friends? Oh, have you seen this? This is amazing. Now, I always found this song to be a horrific earworm, but it's a great song, and this is the recording of it. You got money, Jaffe. Why don't they like you? They do like me. I'm not worried. I'm just saying that, you know, you're with a woman that would really vibe with you or me if she saw that van and she was just like, that van's fucking awesome. That's what I'm saying. You go in the river. You goddamn right. Listen to this. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I think this is the actual recording. Isn't that something? Remember that song? You couldn't go into an arcade back in the day with Daytona in there without hearing that fucking thing blasting. It's pretty fucking cool. It's pretty fucking cool. Let me see what else I want to show you guys. They're making fun of my girl. They're making fun of my girl. Walmart has released a new Fugstar animal toy inspired by Taylor Swift. How dare they? How dare they? Fine. Whatever, you losers. What else do we got? I'm saving that for tomorrow. Okay. So look, my delightful friends, that's the show. that is Gabbin and Games for whatever today is. I don't fucking know. It's a Thursday, the 14th, I think. The tabs give you anxiety. Not much I can do about it, baby. That's how I do the show. But I hear you. You're not the only one that has said that. Later tonight, I may be streaming in the Discord a episode of the Twisted Metal TV series, or I may be streaming Project Mist, or I may be streaming nothing. But I absolutely will be back tomorrow on Lolcow Crypt at 7 a.m. California time. And then I will be doing a stream with Miss Bunny Button tomorrow on this very channel. Jaffe, jump on Pit. All right, I'll jump on in just a second. But in the meantime, though, welcome to new members. Again, thank you, Retro Gaming Treasure. I am super excited about this month's box, particularly NASCAR Rumble, Sky Odyssey, and Second Sight. I cannot wait. I will be playing these this evening. But look, be well, be safe, and I may go jump on a Lolcow show for a few minutes, but if I do, catch me over there. If not, I'll see you soon. Everybody tip your waitress, a.k.a. your amazing mod, Anna G, on the way out the door, and be safe, be well, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, you guys. Bye.